Good girl. Good girl. Hi folks, I'm Shamus from Outdoors Inspiration. This is my German Shepherd, Petra, and we're off for a wild camp tonight. We're heading for Devils Tor on Dartmoor. So we're chasing the light a bit at the moment. We're out late, so we'll report back in a little while when we've made some progress. We'll see you at the top. Come on in, Petra. Good girl. So this is Hilleberg Tor. We're not at Devils Tor yet. We're not far to go. It's the next blip on the next bit of horizon. Really, we've got a bit of boggy territory to to negotiate. So it'll be fun negotiating with Petra in the tent tonight as well. Steady. Nope. Oh. I was rather hoping that Petra would have taken the style then, not the barbed wire, but she cleared the barbed wire. Good girl. Go on then, way on. I'm not sure if I'm on a bit of moorland or a river here. Certainly some very deep peat here, and the peat grows because the sphagnum moss, which makes up these peat bogs, can never truly decay as long as it's wet, and it keeps growing and growing. It took about 10,000 years for the peat bogs on the northern fen of Dartmoor to develop and grow. The peat bogs the peat bogs hold as much CO2 within them as this country produces in 1 year. So it's very important that we keep the peat bogs in good condition, and there are projects to look after them and monitor them and make sure that that remains the case. Sphagnum moss was an important resource during the war. It was found to have far more absorbent capabilities than cotton field dressings. Moorland folk, particularly the women and children of Widdicombe, went out collecting it so that it could be properly sanitised and used for field dressings, and they were awarded a memorial 15-inch shell which sits outside the village hall in Widdicombe in the moor. The things that go through my mind while I'm negotiating a boring bit of bog, and then you find all these facts, and suddenly the moor becomes alive. This is Devils Tor, and you might very well say now, well, what the heck did you go across all that bog to camp out there for, Shamus? It's just a lump of rock, and it is just a small lump of rock, but that's not what I've come out to see. We've come out to see this. This is the Beardown Man. It's an early Bronze Age menhir standing stone, and it's one of only, I think, 3 on the moor that stands on its own with no other elements around it, no cairns or burials or standing stones or other elements to it. It stands alone. From this side you have the flat face of the Beardown Man. As you come around, it becomes a needle. Good girl. Okay, in bed. Good girl. Okay. Supper in the shadow of the Beardown Man. Can't be bad, can it? It's called Beardown, that's the place name. Not necessarily here, but further over there's Beardown Tors and Beardown Farm. Bear, B-E-A-R-E, is an old word for wood or grove. And the man part of the name of the stone isn't because it's believed to be alive or the figure of a person. It's taken from the Celtic term main, M-A-E-N, which means stone. Some of the stones on the moor predate Stonehenge. There are some recumbent stones. We're not sure if they were ever erected over at Cut Hill in a line. They were taken there, they were transported there and laid there. And they've been radiocarbon dated, or not the stone, but the pollen that was trapped underneath them when the stones were laid. And they predate Stonehenge by 500 to 1,000 years, I think. Quite incredible. Now that won't take long to boil, but that reminds me, we've got a great giveaway running on this channel at the moment. I'll put a link in the description below for a free draw. I'm drawing it at the end of the month, so it's not long to run now. And it's a chance to win a winter stove, a remote canister stove with a preheat tube, which will be fairly useful to any wild camper this winter. Anyway, it's totally free to enter, no strings attached. Have a little look. If it's your kind of thing, have a go at it, because you've got to be in it to win it. Meanwhile, back to my coffee. Chicken fajita with rice. That'll be nice. I suppose I ought to point out, I do regular wild camps, usually once a week. I'm going to try and get a couple in a week now as the nights are drawing in. It's a fantastic way to spend an evening or a couple of days out walking on the moors. On Thursdays, I generally release outdoor inspirations, outdoor essentials, and we look at particular elements of kit, gear or skills. That can cover a whole range of things. We've been covering sleep mats, we've been covering dog equipment, stoves, etc. So in the last video I made, I think it was the one about the sleep mats, somebody actually asked me, could I do something about freeze-dried food? I think either this next Thursday or the following Thursday, depends how logistics work out. I've got a couple of things planned, but one of those will be dedicated to different types of food. Some will be freeze-dried, some will be wet meals, and preparation, etc. Tonight I'm looking forward to Coffee Brewer. I get all my foods from Base Camp Foods in Derbyshire. They're always really, really good to me. That's why I always give them a mention, because actually their customer service is second to none. I can't believe I'm sat out here with with a cup of coffee that tastes this good. I'm used to the instant stuff. That's lovely. Oh, look at that, Petra. It's not for dogs though, Petra. No, look, it says it on the packet. Look, look. Oh. All right, maybe a bitties, a bit later. Come on then, Petra. Come on. Good girl. Here we go. Right, that's us in for the night then. Bit of ventilation. All right, touch more. Cheers everybody, your good health. Right, time for some sleep I think. Well, if you've watched this far, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much indeed. I think it's high time I said thank you very much indeed to all of our subscribers. The channel is growing with great speed, and that obviously couldn't happen without your support and help. Thank you very much. If you're new to the channel and you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up. And there's a subscribe button down there somewhere. I'd be very, very grateful if you want to follow our channel. Meanwhile, don't forget the giveaway that we're running. I'll put a link in the description below for the remote canister stove. So I guess from Petra and I, it's time to disappear back across the moors. We'll see you on Thursday for our Outdoors Inspiration Outdoor Essentials, and for another wild camp probably a couple of days after that. Cheerio folks. Come on then, onwards and upwards.